Hello, friends. Very good evening. Welcome to this session where we'll be looking at, as all of you are already aware by now, all those who are preparing seriously for the Clat, the National Consortium has released a sample paper, and we've already done detailed videos on the other sections, legal aptitude as well as verbal as well as critical reasoning sections. Now, today they've also released 12 questions in quantitative technique section. So we'll be looking at those, right? True to expectations, this year also the sample paper, so to speak, I mean the original exam can be slightly different, but in the sample paper, they've released 2 sets with 6 questions each. Stay tuned. At the end of the session, I'll also be taking you through the patterns of the last few years so that you can acclimatize yourself better and see what to expect and what not to expect. Right? So the first question, guys, in an e-commerce organization consisting of 1500 employees, the ratio of males to females is 3:2. So the total is 1500 and the males to females, that's 3:2. So 3 out of 3 plus 2, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 would be males. What is 3 by 5 into 1500? 900, right? So 900 would be males. And what about the rest? The remaining 600, that would be females, right? All right. The organization consists of 5 departments, namely tech, HR, sales, support, and finance. Okay, tech, HR, sales, support, and finance, right? Those are the 5 departments. Obviously, in each department, I have males as well as females. I'll put the males here and the females here, right? This is how most sets typically are. Then what do we have? All the employees work in one of these 5 different departments. 20% of the females work in HR. Total females is 600. 20% means 0.2 into 600. How much is that? Or simply 1 by 5 into 600. That's 120, right? 120 females work in HR. HR under females, I'll fill 120. Next, only 16% of males work in HR. 16% of the total. How much is that? 0.16 into 900. 96 are 54. 144. 144 males work in HR. All right. And then 2/5 of the females are in support, which means 2 by 5, which is 0.4. 0.4 into 600. How much is that? 240. 240 females are in support. All right. And 20% of the total number of employees are working in support. 20% of the total. 0.2 into 1500. How much is that? 300. Out of 300, 240 are female. The remaining 60 have to be male in support, right? The ratio of males to females in the sales department is 4:1. Sales department, I have no information, but the ratio of males to females is 4:1, right? Now, 18% of the males are in tech. Okay, in tech, 18% males. How much is that? 18% of 900. 900 into 0.18 or 9 into 18. How much is that? 9 8s are 72. 9 plus 7, 162. Right? 18% of the males are in tech, and females working in finance are 50% of the males working in the same department. Females, so far, 2 things I don't know, right? Sales, the ratio is 4:1, I don't know. And finance, females are half of the males. What about the males? 22% of the males work in finance department. 22%, meaning 0.22 into 900. 0 gone, 22 into 9, 198 males work in finance. Half of them are females, right? Half of that would be 99. Now tell me, what is this total? This total has to give me 900 males. I have only one blank here, correct? So 162 plus 198. Let's add smartly. Let's not add all of them in the same order. 162, 190, 350 plus 10, 360. 360 plus 60, 420. 420 plus 144. How much? 400, 100, 500. 120, that would be how much? 564. 564, subtract that from 900. 900 minus 564, how much is that? 336. Now, do I have any relation between males and females in sales? Yes, the ratio of males to females in sales department is 4:1. So if this is 4, females should be 1. So 1/4 of them, right? 336 into 1 by 4. How much is that? 84 are females, right? Now, I know all the females, only this one cell is remaining. How do I add that? 120 plus 240, how much? 360, 120, 240, 360, 360 plus 84, 444, 444 plus 99, meaning 544 minus 1, 543. 543, this is 600. 600 minus 543 is how much? This is 57. Done. We fill the table. Now can we answer the questions one by one? What is the number of males in the support department? Support department, males, it's 60, right? What is the number of females in the sales department? Sales, females, how much is that? 84. 84, option A. The previous one was 60, option B. This one is option A, 84. What is the number of females in the tech department? Females in the tech department, we already have that readily, 57, right? Next question. The number of males working in sales department forms what percent of total number of employees in the organization? Males sales, how many people? This one. Males sales is 336. 336 is what percentage of total employees? 1500. So how will I find 336 by 1500 into 100, right? Zeros cancel. What will I have? 336 by 15. 3 cancels, 112 by 5. 5 cancels, 22 is a 110.4. Do I have 22.4? Option B, 22.4, right? Next question. The number of males working in support department males is 60, forms what percent of the number of females working in the same department? 60 is what percentage of 240? 60 by 240 is 1/4, 1 by 4. What is 1/4? 25%, right? So that's 25%. And then the sixth question, what is the total number of employees working in the sales department? Check sales department. 336 plus 84, 36, 84, 120, 300, 420. That would be option C. See how easy is it? All you have to be good at is percentages, ratios, calculations, and be disciplined enough in building your own table and answering the questions. You know percentages well, half your battle is won. A is what percentage of B, A is what percentage greater than B, B is what percentage of A, B is what percentage less than A. These 4 calculations will ensure that you can solve 12 out of 12 of these questions. Right, friends? Now, let's go to the second set. Let's go to the second set. Yes. So, stay tuned till the end. Towards the end of the session, I'll take you through the weightage and the different topics that have appeared from Quant in the last few years. All right. So, this is the second set. There are 2 fairs, Rainbow Fun Fair and Star Kids Fair. Both the fairs have 4 different types of rides. Okay, it's like an exhibition, it's like a mela. There's a fair, there's another fair. Both have 4 different types of rides, namely giant wheel, and then Columbus, all right, and then a roller coaster, and then a swing chair. All right, all the rides are meant only for kids. Okay, so the first one is Rainbow and the second one Star Kids. All right, let's see. This is what it looks like. Both fairs have 4 rides each. 1200 kids participated in Rainbow Fun Fair. So this total has to be 1200. Then while 25% more kids participated in Star Kids Fair. 25%. What is 25%? 1 by 4. 1/4. What is 1/4 of 1200? 300. So that should be, the second one should be 300 more than this. 300 plus 1200, this total is going to be 1500, right? Now, all the rides, while 25% more kids, fine. No kid participated in both the fairs. Each kid was allowed to take only one ride. Okay, I have information coming in. 20% of kids in Rainbow Fun Fair took the ride giant wheel. Okay, 20% of this, first we're talking about Rainbow, 20% of this would be 240. They participated in the giant wheel. Okay, this is 240. Next, 1/6 of the total number of kids of Rainbow took the Columbus ride. 1/6, 1 by 6 into 1200. How much is that? 200. 200 came to Columbus, right? And then what? 30% took the roller coaster ride. 30% means 0.3 into 1200, 360. 360 took the roller coaster ride, right? And then remaining kids took the swing chair. Just have to add this 360, 240, 600, 600, 200, 800. Total has to be 1200. So this should be 400, right? Next, what about the second one? Remaining the ratio of number of kids who participated in Columbus ride in Rainbow and Star Kids is 2:3. Rainbow is to Star Kids is 2:3, which means Star Kids should be 1.5 times of Rainbow value. For what? Columbus. So if this is 200, ratio 2:3, this is 200, this has to be 300, right? The total number of kids who took roller coaster ride in both is 700. Check roller coaster. This is 360, total is 700. So this should be 700 minus 360. This should be 340, right? The number of kids who took swing chair in Star Kids is 30% more than this. This is 400. What is 30%? 400 into 0.3, 120 more. 400 and 120 more. So this should be 520, right? Now, what is this total? 520, 340 is 860. 860 plus this is 860. 860, 300 is 1160. 1500 minus 1160. So this should be 340, right? So we fill up all the rows and all the columns. Let's look at the questions. Now we also have some more information. Giant wheel, Columbus roller coaster and swing chair. Each ticket price is 150, 120. This is 250 and this is 180, right? Now here I'm trying to illustrate, therefore I'm writing down all these values. In the exam I won't be wasting this time, no? Those values are available on the paper anyway, right? First question, what is the ratio between the number of kids who took roller coaster ride here and here? All right, look at roller coaster ride. 360 is to 340. 0, 0 cancel. 36 is to 34. 18 is to 17, right? 18 is to 17. Option B is my answer. Why am I not doing the work? It's a very easy question, right? Eighth one. What is the total number of kids who took the giant wheel ride in both the fairs together? Total number of kids who took giant wheel. How much is that? 240, 340. What is the total? 580. 580 is option C, right? Next one. What is the difference between the number of kids who took the swing chair ride of both the fairs? What is the difference? Swing chair ride, both the fairs. Check swing chair, 400 here, 520 here. What is the difference? 120 is the difference, right? Next question. What total amount is generated from giant wheel ride from Star Kids? Star Kids, giant wheel, how many people? 340 kids went there. Per head, the charge is 150. So how do we do that? 340 into 150 means 340 into 100 plus 340 into 50. 340 into 100 is 34,000 into 50 should be half of that, 17. 34,000, 17,000. Total is 51,000, right? 51,000, option B. Next question. What total amount is generated from roller coaster ride from both the fairs? Check roller coaster. Roller coaster 360, 340, total 700. Per head, you get 250 rupees. 700 into 250, right? What is 700 into 250? 700 into 10, 7,000 into 25, right? 725s are 175. So 1.75 lakhs. Option C. And then last question. What is the difference in amount generated from Columbus ride from both the fairs? Columbus ride 200 here, 300 here. The difference is how much? 100. Fare is 120 per person. Difference is 100 students or 100 children. 100 into 120 is 12,000. Option A. Right? How long did that take, guys? Now, not really long, right? Now, for the part that I promised you, we'll be looking at finally. See, this is a quick snapshot. You have 10 days to go. If you look at Clat 2020 to 2025, over so many years, over 6 years, we've seen that quantitative techniques consistently got 10% of the total number of questions. In 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, there were 150 questions, and in each year, quantitative techniques got 10%, 15, 15, 15, and 15. Now, in the last 2 years, quantitative techniques got 12 questions each. 12 out of 120 or 15 out of 150, the representation is still 10%. Also, these are the topics. Now, way back in 2020, they had questions on data interpretation, geometry, and mensuration. But ever since, if you look at this, the last 5 years, it has remained consistent. Percentages, averages, ratios, profit and loss, SICI. You know these topics of arithmetic, you can ace this section comfortably. And all you need to know is ratios, percentage calculations for the most part, because at the end of the day, profit and loss is also same as application of percentages, right? So on that note, I will not take more of your time. We've gone through the sample test, all 12 questions. We've seen they're very easy. If you've seriously prepared, I think you should be able to do these 12 questions in less than 5-6 minutes, at most about 7-8 minutes. You'll get all 12 out of 12 right. Less time, more impact, more marks, right? So to all those who are appearing for this year's Clat, all the best, guys. It's just 10 days to go. See you on the other side. See you, friends.